Just check whether my screen is visible or not.
Yeah, it's good.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So I hope you have downloaded this software, GNS3. Go to the file, create new blank project, give some name, give some location, and click on OK. If you are not getting any kind of routers, then go to the edit, go to the preferences, go to the ISO router, new, and select new image. Now I have selected, so definitely it will not come. Select the file, means extract the file that I have shared on in your classroom, and later on just select that particular bin file and you will get that particular router. Now I need two routers for communication. Let me explain the diagram over here. You can see the diagram. I have to take two routers, one R1 and one is internet service provider, that is a ISP, which will be connected to some web server. So it is a user, and basically I want to set the IP service level agreements over there. So this machine, this router should be connected to your web server, and this router will be connected to your ISP. So basically this router will be having one connection with ISP, and this router will be having two connections, one with R1 and another with web server. You can see the addressing table. For R1 interface, it's serial interface, and the IP address is like this. Subnet mask is also given, and we are supposed to take the same IP addresses. For ISP, for serial cable, the IP address is given, subnet mask is given, and for web server, the IP address of web server is given and the subnet mask is also given. For R1, the IP address is some 209.165.200.9, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.252. We do not have any kind of default gateway. For ISP, the interface which is connected with R1, that is a serial interface, the IP address is 209.165.200.10, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.252, and the interface which is connected to the web server will be having the IP address 198.133.219.1, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.255. So in this way we are supposed to set up the network, and we want to configure IP-SLA. Now what is this IP-SLA? IP-SLA stands for Internet Protocol Service Level Agreement. So it is the active computer network measurement technology that was developed by the Cisco system. Basically, IP-SLA is used to track the network performance like latency, ping response, and the jitter. So basically, if you want to know whether your packets has been received or not, or if you have any kind of error in connectivity, definitely that particular thing will be you can get that particular thing with the help of IP-SLA. So you need to configure this SLA. So before that, we need to configure two routers. So I will take one router and we'll take another router, and I will connect both routers. Now the fast Ethernet cable is there. Serial cable is not visible, so I will simply click on R1. We'll go to the slots, and I will select slot P8-4T+. So select, go click on that particular router. You will get the interface like this. Or you can simply double click R1 configuration, click on through the slots, slot 1 PA-4T+. click on OK. Similarly, you are supposed to do this for second router. So now you can connect these two routers with a serial cable. So basically, now let us connect these two routers. I have used the serial 1/0 and serial 1/0 of R1 to serial 1/0 of R2. So here I have established the connection. Let me start all the nodes. So I will get the console. I will right click on R1. I will click onto the console. So here you can see the R1. Let me just start magnifier. I hope it is visible. Is it visible now, or should I more zoom out? I think it will not. It is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
So visible.
So now let us start configuring the router R1. So basically, I will go into the configuration mode with the command conf t, and then I need to configure the interface serial 1/0. So the line will be like this: serial 1/0. Just a minute. Serial 1/0. So I will just put enter. Now let me see the IP address for this interface. It is 209.165.200.9. So I will just enter that particular IP address along with subnet mask. So the command is IP space address 209.165.200.9 space. You are supposed to add subnet mask. Is it 252? Then you can just enter. You need to make it on, so there should be no shutdown command is used to make this port on. And simply you need to specify the IP route. So IP route, because you need to specify the route map as we discussed in today's lecture. So it will be, say, it will be default gateway like that. DNS will be default and all the numbers will be also default. And also where you are supposed to connect that particular router, you need to connect that particular router to R2. And what is the configuration of R2? You can see over here 209.165.200.10. So that you are supposed to add 165.200.10. And now I will put exit. So I have done the configuration of R1, the interface as 1/0. The IP address is 209.165.200.9 and along with the subnet mask. And also I need to connect that R1 with ISP. So what I will do, I will simply write IP route 000.0000 space 209.165.200.10, which is the IP address of ISP. Simply, we are supposed to do this. So let me just define the host name. Oh, yes.
सर R1 कॉन्फ़िगरेशन जो IP रूट है फर्स्ट पार्ट में डिफॉल्ट और सेकंड पार्ट में डिफॉल्ट के साथ सेकंड R2 का IP एड्रेस ऐसा क्यों है?
सी हाँ फर्स्ट पार्ट में ये थोड़ी सी मतलब it was just getting means whatever the link that I have done with the no shutdown, the process was not completed, so just I shifted to the second line. So this line doesn't have any kind of meaning. This line I'm writing this because I want to connect with ISP with the default path. So the default IP address is 0.0.0.0 and the 0.0.0.0. So source destination will be 0 and I need to connect it to ISP. So I wrote that particular IP address over here. If I want to connect to the other IP address, say 198.130.210, then I should write that IP address instead of this IP address. So this is a simple connection of the RIP connection. I'm using the RIP protocol over here. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Host name R1 will be there. And now I will close this R1. Or simply let me go back. Fine. Now I will just right click for R2. I will click on the console. Now I need to configure R2. So this is your R2. Let me start conf. Let me give the host name ISP. Okay. Now, if you're going back, you can see the interface is something serial interface and the IP address is 209.165.200.10. The subnet mask is like this. So we will do the same thing. So int interface S1/0, enter, give the IP address, IP space address 209.165.200.10 and the subnet mask will be like this. Enter. Okay. So I have done for the configuration of this kind of IP address. I will set the clock rate equal to something. I will just set one random value. And later on, I don't want any kind of IP lookup. Okay. Why I don't want any kind of IP lookup? So just I will put exit. I don't want any kind of IP lookup because I don't want that particular thing in IPSLA. So just I will write down no IP domain lookup. No IP space domain dash lookup. Now it will not create any kind of routing table over there unless it is required. And finally, I need to set up the web server also, because just see here, there is a one open interface which is connected as LO0 and which is connected to your web server. You can see over here, this is the web server. So there should be one line which should connect to your web server. So simply I will do int, port number is like this, loopback 0. So the loopback 0 stands for LO0. And I will just set the IP address 198.133.219.1 as required along with the subnet mask. You can just put enter. And now I will fire the command no shutdown. Also, I need to fire this command for serial cable also. I will just write no shutdown, exit, int, let me ping to 198.133.219.1. You can see sending 5 packets and the success rate is 100%. So I have simply connected to the loopback interface, means that particular web server interface.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, from lookup, can you please explain again?
Sorry.
From lookup command, IP address, no IP
Loop back.
domain lookup.
Loop back.
No, above that lookup, or it was something lookup.
This is the IP lookup, no IP lookup domain, right? I don't want to generate any kind of table, right? See, whenever you're trying to develop any kind of protocol, you're just trying to develop or you're trying to build the IP tables or IP lookup table. I don't want to develop any kind of IP lookup table or any kind of, I don't want to just search for any domain lookup. So just I will write no IP domain lookup. Then this is a loopback interface which is connected to the web server. So I will just now configure that particular interface, that is int loopback 0, give the IP address and just write no shutdown. Also, you need to write the no shutdown command for serial cable also, that particular serial cable which is having IP address 209.165.200.10. Okay. Now is your query solved?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So now means now web server is connected to R2. So now let's go back to the R1 and now let's try to see the connectivity with R2. Ping 209.165.200.10. Okay, so it's getting connected. You can see the success rate is 100%. So now both routers are connected. Now let me check it with the web server 198.133.219.1. Again, the success rate is coming as 100%. So basically, I have sent the 5 requests and also I have received the 5 responses. It is a round trip actually time for the travel, means it's around minimum time required is 20 milliseconds, maximum time required is 28 milliseconds, and the average is 24. So you can see I have connected R1 with ISP and ISP with web server, and also I have connected R1 with web server. So this is all about my connectivity. So any query in this connectivity? Have you understood everything in this connectivity? Because now we are going for SLA configuration. Have you understood everything? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Is there any query in configuration?
No, sir.
Okay. So now, now just see here, I want to perform the SLA configuration. If I'm doing it for the R2, it will be just local. So I will go for the remote configuration. So it is the R1. So I will try to configure, or I will set the SLA to R1. So let us start. So I need to configure it again. So simply I will go into the configuration mode, conf t. Now I need to start the SLA configuration. So simply the syntax is IP SLA 22. 22 is the ID. Once I have used the 22, I will not use 22 again. Means it is not accessible. So simply enter. So you will go into the IP SLA configuration mode. Now, where I need to connect to the web server. So I need to configure the SLA for the web server. So what is the IP address for the web server? The IP address for the web server is 198.133.219.1. So simply I will do the what kind of service level agreement that I wanted to do. It is the type is given over here. It is the IP SLA ICMP echo. So simply I will perform that particular thing over here. So simply just type ICMP dash echo space 198.133.219.1. Okay, and once you have done this, you need to wait at least for 20 seconds. So wait for 20 seconds. Basically, what is this ICMP? ICMP is Internet Control Message Protocol. It is one of the protocols from the TCP/IP suite, and basically it gives the, if you are putting it with the ICMP echo, it gives the written message, and also means whenever you are sending some kind of request, you will also get some kind of response. I think 20 seconds are over. Let's wait for more 5 seconds. Done. Now I need to add the frequency 20. So the message frequency will be 20. I made one mistake in the spelling. Okay, it's done. Now I need to do the scheduling. Means I whatever means I have defined the IPSLA, and then I have I have connected that particular machine with the web server with the help of ICMP echo. That is a Internet Control Message Protocol. I have just incorporated the echo service. I have defined the frequency. Now I need to define the IPSLA schedule. So I will simply write IPSLA schedule 22 because I want to schedule 22. So the start time now, so it will start immediately, and then live forever. So I have scheduled my IPSLA. Now let's wait again for 20 seconds. Let it get scheduled properly. Okay, now let me display the command. Let me end it. Show IP SLA configuration. You can see whatever the IP SLA that I have configured, I'm able to see it's the entry number. You can see over here. This show IPSLA configuration, entry number 22, operation timeout milliseconds is 5000, type of operation to perform, there is a IMCP echo, target address is 198.133.219.1, then types of service parameter is 0x0, request size is 28, verification of data is no because I don't have any kind of policy for them. What about schedule? The frequency is 20. Next schedule start time. The start time is already passed because my start time was now. We do not have any kind of policy. So group schedule is false. Randomly schedule is false. Live forever. Entry age out is never. Recurring is false. And the status of entry is active. And the threshold value is given as 5000 milliseconds because after that you will get the timeout. Now just see here, if your IPSLA configuration is successful, the message will come as an active, or you will get either you will get an error or you will just get the message as a blocked. You can see the number of statistics hours kept, that is 2. Distribution is given over here, frequency 20. So this is all about the IPSLA configuration. Now we need to set or we need to refresh this ISP. So simply what I will do, I will go to the next window, that is I will go to the R2 and simply I will go to the interface again, that is a const t and int loop back 0. What I want to do, I just want to reset that, means just I want to switch off this and switch on this. So simply I will do shutdown. It will just switch off that particular port. Let us wait for some minute. And then again I will do no shutdown. Again wait for 20 seconds or till this message is coming over there. Once it is done, again I will go back to the IPSLA to see the statistics. Simply you can write show IP SLA statistics you can see what are the communication that we had. We will having total, we have sent 13 messages, total 15 messages, and out of 15 messages, the successful message were 13 and the failure were 2. So here you can sense how many messages that you are sending successfully and how many messages that you are means you have that those messages that are getting failed, that is also visible as a statistics. So this is your output, show IPSLA statistics. Total successful messages are 13 and the failure messages are 2. So this is your IPSLA configuration. So this is your practical number 1. So now if you have any kind of query in practical number 1, please ask.